Well, I have been officially retired 5 months as of this very day. Now, I'm going to talk about some darker stuff than I normally do, but first I'll say a few lighter things. Well, I do want to say that it was nice to have one of my friends that I've known through my former employment for 25 years drop by my retail job. That is the first time that I have had anyone see me from my former teaching profession who came up and talked to me. And it was so nice that it was him, because he was absolutely one of my very favorite friends that I ever had in my entire teaching career. So that was good. As you can see, the weather is really nice here today. Yesterday it was all doom and gloom, and today it's completely turned around. So I'm hoping this lasts. Now, I'm in California, if you don't know. Well, now to move on to other things. Oh, one other quick light thing. I heard the security guy, one of the guys at my work, he was following some teenagers. It was too funny because one of the teenagers is like, "Someone's been following us." And then another teenager's like, "There hasn't been anybody following us." And the girl's like, "Yes, someone's been following us." There's like 3 or 4 girls and probably about the same amount of guys. And so when I was clocking out today, I saw the guard. He's a huge mountain of man. And I said, "Oh, that was funny. I saw you reprimanding those teenagers." And so he, without getting into any specifics, he just kind of told me what shenanigans they were up to. Harmless stuff. Kind of stuff I did as a teenager. Isn't this pretty along here? I can't even tell you how much the sunshine brightens my mood. Just one day of overcast, and I was going through a lot. Okay, well, now to shift officially into darker tones. And so if you don't like that kind of stuff, that's your trigger warning to check out. I've really been dealing with some depression lately, and last couple days it's been very severe. Anxiety too, where I just feel consumed by it. And it's just been a tough couple of days. I feel so much better right now being out here. Part of that is just me adjusting to some changes that are going on in my life, and just some stuff, just some unfortunate things that have happened very recently. Well, we've got the elections coming up in a couple of days. Someone put it very right. It's not about what happens on election day. It's about what happens the day after election day, if we know who won. Now, there are a couple of people that I've been following on YouTube, and that I would recommend to you if you're a lot more middle of the road like I am. I'm neither a Republican nor a Democrat. And so the people I like a lot, one is Sunil Dand. He's a doctor, and he put out a really funny video. Now, he is conservative, but he never comes right out and says it. But he put out a really funny video with a title. It has a title. What is the title of Sunil Dand's video? Oh, Dand is D-H-A-N-D, and Sunil is S-U-N-E-E-L. Anyway, it said something like, will America fall apart after the elections, or something like that. Well, it was a very lighthearted take on it. It made me laugh out loud. Now, there's another person, she's a writer, Lionel Shriver, and she is extremely in the middle. And she also wrote about how things aren't likely to change much one way or another, whether it's Kamala or Trump that gets elected, though people usually think it will change. And she, though, was just a little bit concerned about, one, if Trump is really completely on the ball to do the job, and if he's not getting slightly daffy. Now, we're not talking Bidenville, but just that, the seams are beginning to show, and I think the jeans are wearing out a little bit on him. And then she went into how she just thinks that Kamala Harris is, she just, I think the term is a cipher, where she has no beliefs or strong feelings of her own, and that she is completely inauthentic, and that she'll just do whatever she's told. What really caught my ear, though, is when she talked about what will happen the day after the elections, if we know pretty sure about who won. And she said that either the right or the left could just pop off. And she was talking about how, the right, for instance, they could get really up in arms and things could go wild. And the left, well, we all remember all those riots that happened after George Floyd that went on for months. And she said either side could start burning down cities. And though she didn't say it, but there could be some deadly results as well. And most Americans, I'm confident, are not going to be too crazy one way or another, but maybe I'm just showing my bias here, but I'm worried about the young people on the right or the left. I'm worried that if Trump loses, we're going to have some people on the right who are going to take their weapons, and I don't know if in their small towns or if they're going to start doing stuff. I'm worried they're going to start shooting up some places. I think it would be more planned than the left would be, but I'm worried too about a lot of the young people on the left side. If Kamala loses, are we going to have like what happened with the whole Black Lives Matter thing, where that just got completely out of control and dozens of people died, and so many of the people who suffered were the black business owners and those who had businesses in the city, in the inner city. There's no telling. And my feeling is we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. And there's nothing we can do about it beyond that, because really we're all just waiting to see where the other shoe drops, because one side or the other, Republicans or the Democrats, are going to win. And there is a faction on the right and a faction on the left that will probably just go completely berserk. Hopefully I'm wrong, but honestly, I don't think I am. I'm hoping it's just some minor stuff, and you have your typical news and media trying to follow it all around. You gotta sometimes wonder if they fan the flames or not in these situations. But who knows? I think I'm gonna close it out there. And I'll just say that if you're someone who's suffering from depression and anxiety and you're older and you're retired, retail stores will hire you. They've hired people far older than me, and even recently, people well into their 70s. And I just work part-time, but I needed that work this morning. I needed to get out of my head and put some distance between me and that horrible day yesterday, that overcast day. And then look at, now I come out after being pushed very hard at work, well, mostly pushing myself, and just getting out of my mind and being able to socialize with the people who work there. And it just did a world of good for me. And now here I am, it's nice and sunny. And we do have a law in this city that you cannot cross a street while looking at a phone. I take it it's also not talking on a phone, because we all think that we have really good attention focus, but we don't, especially me being older. I don't want to chance that. And this is a nice pretty corner though. So I'll just end it up here, and I sure hope I'm not filming the last peacefulness for several weeks or longer after the elections. So everybody, let's just keep our heads about us and encourage our young people to have a plan. What's their plan if it goes wrong? If it doesn't go the way they want it to go? Take care. Bye-bye.